In the bustling heart of the city stood the grand edifice of Sterling National Bank, a towering symbol of wealth and power. Its marble floors gleamed under crystal chandeliers, and its employees, dressed in crisp suits and ties, moved with the efficiency of well-oiled machines. On a crisp autumn morning, an old man shuffled through the revolving doors, his appearance a stark contrast to the polished surroundings. He was in his late 70s, with a weathered face etched by years of sun and wind. His clothes were ragged, a threadbare coat patched in several places, trousers frayed at the hems, and shoes that had seen better decades. A faded cap sat crookedly on his head, and he carried a worn leather satchel slung over one shoulder. To the tellers and managers bustling about, he looked like just another vagrant seeking shelter from the chill outside. The old man approached the nearest teller, a young woman named Emily, who was mid-conversation with a colleague about her weekend plans. She glanced up, her smile fading into a frown as she took in his disheveled state. "Can I help you?" she asked curtly, her tone laced with impatience. "I'd like to check on my accounts," the old man replied softly, his voice steady but quiet. Emily rolled her eyes subtly and exchanged a knowing look with the teller next to her. "Sir, this is a bank for serious customers. If you're here to beg for change or use the restroom, you'll have to leave. We don't tolerate loiterers." The old man blinked, unfazed. "I assure you, miss, I have business here." From behind the counter, the branch manager, Mr. Hargrove, a pompous man in his 40s with a slicked-back haircut and a perpetual smirk, overheard the exchange. He strode over, arms crossed. "What's the problem here?" he demanded. Emily gestured dismissively. "This gentleman thinks he has accounts with us. Probably confused or trying to scam someone." Hargrove sized up the old man with a sneer. "Look, old-timer, we deal with real money here. If you don't have an appointment or proper identification, I'm going to have security escort you out. We can't have people like you scaring away our clients." A few other employees chuckled under their breath, and one even whispered, "Bet he hasn't seen the inside of a bank since the Great Depression." The old man sighed, reaching into his satchel. He pulled out a faded ID card and a set of keys that looked antique. "Perhaps this will clarify things," he said calmly. Hargrove snatched the ID, expecting some forgery, but his face paled as he read it. The name, Elias Sterling. The founder and majority owner of Sterling National Bank, who had retired years ago but still held controlling interest. The keys? They were to the executive vault and the private office upstairs. The laughter died instantly. Emily's mouth dropped open, and Hargrove stammered, "Mr. Sterling?" "Sir, we had no idea. Please, forgive us. What can we do for you today?" Elias Sterling looked around at the now flustered staff, his eyes twinkling with quiet amusement. "I've been watching from afar, you know. Testing the waters. A bank is only as good as how it treats its humblest visitors." The staff nodded eagerly, apologies tumbling out. But Elias held up a hand. "No need for that. In fact, this visit has confirmed my decision." He paused, letting the tension build. "I'm not here to reprimand you. I'm here because I've just sold the bank." Gasps echoed through the lobby. Hargrove's knees buckled slightly. "Sold? To whom, sir?" Elias smiled wider. "To a consortium of homeless advocacy groups. Starting next week, this building will be repurposed as a community center and shelter. Your positions? Well, you'll all be reassigned to volunteer roles helping those you've dismissed so easily." As the reality sank in, Elias turned and walked out, leaving behind a bank full of stunned employees facing an entirely new chapter. From that day forward, the former Sterling National Bank stood not as a fortress of finance, but as a beacon of second chances, reminding everyone that fortunes can flip in the most unexpected ways.